Companies from China are dominating the U.S. market, and while they started in the communist Chinese country, you might not know it. And that's because these companies seem to be misleading everyone about their origins.
Yeah, they don't want you to know. So what are these companies? What's their potential strategy? And what possible threats do they pose? Let's go off the wall and find out. You can understand, at least now, looking at the Cold War, declared or undeclared, that we have with China, why these companies would want to hide this allegiance. There's renewed scrutiny on Capitol Hill about what China's attempting to do. One obvious company here to start with, folks do know is from China, is TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok at this point, world-renowned. How did it get that way? Well, in 2017, ByteDance, which is a parent company of TikTok, acquired Musical.ly and promoted it as TikTok. It's pretty fascinating to step back from a moment and go, this TikTok phenomenon is only a couple of years
It's amazing how quickly it rose. It's amazing also how quickly these companies realize we have to make it look like we have a base in the United States, all the way up to their CEO testifying before Congress just a few months ago, saying, hey, I'm an American, this is an American company. In 2020, they established new headquarters in the U.S., but what they can never answer is, well, do you answer back to the communist Chinese? And they always obfuscate in that response.
They continue to get pressure and scrutiny, at least in the case of ByteDance and TikTok, from Capitol Hill. But perhaps we should widen the aperture because they're not the only one. How about Binance? This is the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange. The timeline is kind of similar. 2017, it's founded in Shanghai, and then it leaves China over a big regulatory crackdown.
Again, founded in Shanghai, the world's cryptocurrency exchange. It's like Coinbase is the big one in the United States. And they want it to, again, appear like it's an international firm. Now, crypto, you can understand why the communist Chinese may not like crypto. They can't control it. They don't, it's anonymous. Flows of money. So if you're all about consolidation and control as a communist country, you don't want crypto there. But that doesn't mean the tentacles of the CCP aren't tied into Binance today as well. We have no way of knowing. Do you think they're allowed to just voluntarily leave Shanghai and do business elsewhere? That's not the way the CCP operates.
No, even though they continue to maintain, they do not operate in China, nor do we have any technology, including servers or data, based in China.
Again, what does the actual what's it called? The org chart. Where does it actually go back to? They don't have to show that to us, especially as a crypto firm as well. But then we've got online shopping.
Yeah, you're going to have to take it from us. Two dudes that don't do a lot of online shopping, but we are assured by...
I do.
You
I use Amazon.
Yeah.
I do. I try to look at where it comes from, but I don't know Temu.
Our producers ensure us. These are very, very popular shopping apps that everyone's using. First, Temu. It's an online shopping superstore it started again in Shanghai and then eventually moved its headquarters to Ireland. The entire time, this company and others we're going to show you in a moment, they simply try to rebrand themselves as these multinational, international firms.
And think of this. Every time you download the app and provide your information, credit card information, they know who you are, what your interests are, how to target you potentially. And we, again, don't know how tied they are to the communist Chinese. They want it to look like they're a multinational firm. It's a buzzword for anything.
And they suggest they are based out of Boston by centering one office in Boston while putting their headquarters in Dublin, Ireland.
There are a lot of communists in Boston, though. I mean, it is the headquarters of Harvard University, so they've got a lot of fellow travelers there.
How about Shein? It's a fashion giant. It's getting really popular. Their website, and by the way, we hear many of these products are all made out of China, circumvent all the laws and ethics and morality we would hope to accomplish, including child labor, and then sell you a pretty dress for really cheap on Shein.
That's exactly right. Ignore all the labor laws. You got all this cheap labor and cheap goods, making it look like, no, this is all fine. Look at this. You got it for 18 bucks online. It's a lot cheaper than going to the store here. The backstory is the data and the information. Again, they don't share the fact that they were launched in China. And again, who do they answer to in China, or do they answer to them? And where does your information go? We have no idea.
Privacy, data, circumventing the laws of the United States, and potentially representing a national security threat. What can we do about all of this and all of these Chinese companies? Well, there's several different steps we could look at. Experts believe these companies are doing the rebrand to emphasize diversity in their workforce. I mean, that's the play to be popular.
To be palatable.
Not just with political entities, not just with customers, but with investors in the United States.
As you see, the invested investors going in that direction too with ESG. They want it to look like they're global, international, inclusive, diverse. Well, the Chinese will happily play their hand in that game. But what they really are after, politicians and experts worry about threats like data privacy and security. You download the app, you give them your information. Ultimately, look at all 5 of those. They say you add that up on a person, you got a pretty good profile on who they are.
So we wanted to open the aperture away from just talking about TikTok to see the threat. Take a look at this as we finish this off the wall. 4 out of 5 of our top apps right now being downloaded are from Chinese companies.
4 out of 5 in America today controlled by Chinese companies. Who's the other one? We'll have to look that up. I don't know who it is. We'll find out in the break.
There you go. Rachel, over to you.
Yeah, great stuff. And Shein's a clothing company. There's a lot of child labor in that as well. So lots of issues in this off the wall. Thanks for doing it, guys. It was awesome.
Thank you.